body be only right.
This is it.
Business is. Check it out.
We gon' do it till we pass out. We gon' do it till we pass out. We gon' do it till we pass out. We gon' do it till we pass out. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. Time, reversing the time, we're bringing the fire, making our own wave. No matter what they say, for His glory. They say we're too young, stupid and foolish. I think they're all blind. I'ma let God do it. His goddess, His borders, His forest, so never is starting to finish. From beginning to end, I found the maker in Him. I'ma stand. I will never put my faith in the man. Mama that told me to trust in His plan. I'ma take this fish and put it in His hands. They want you to drown, they want you to die. You conquered the grave, so get up now. Live for His name and shout it loud. Give it 100, you know that I'm about it. We won't stop until we're dead. We won't stop until we're gone. We'll live for His name until the day when we are gone. I know they wanna kill your lights and never see you reach your heights. But just know that your God's alive. And just know that you'll never die. We gon' do it till we pass out. 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 And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. Give it 100, they missing the mark. Live for His glory where you are. Give it your all when you fall. Dust your feet and shoot for the goal. High in the prize, steadily getting it. Nothing is killing your judgment. Making most of your time, yes. Living a life of substance. They say you're wasting it. They say you'll never make it. And I know the one who made it, cause I know I'm created. Created for much, created for more. If it's not in Him, what is it for? We won't stop until we dead. We won't stop until we gone. And we'll live for His name until the day we gone. And we won't stop. And we won't stop. And we won't stop. I know they wanna kill your lights. And we won't stop. And never see you reach your heights. And we won't stop. But just know that your God's alive. And we won't stop. And just know that you'll never die. We gon' do it till we pass out. 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 And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. I see Zu yak. And we gon' do it. And we gon' stop.
You already know what the business is.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's good, what's popping, what's crack-a-lacking out there? Thank you once again for you that is tuned in and, religiously and listening to what we got to say and the people that we say it with. Welcome to the FaithUp podcast, man. Today is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in so many ways because I'm actually privileged to sit with one of my brothers and just being able to really listen to this brother and just hear what he's got to say, man. He comes from the Eastern Cape, born bred, Xhosa boy, He decided to go to the city and find him some education, in that education, find him something that is beautiful and that is in terms of music. He's no stranger to interview. He's no strangers to the stage. Beautiful soul. When I heard of this brother for the first time, I was basically blown out. And he had this song with a team of his, which they call themselves the Legacy Movement, and the song was called Look at God. Man, when I listened to the track, I was like, my goodness, this is different. This is out of this world. It's just this bunch of young men who are trying to radically, just tell the world that there's so much more than what meets the eye. He goes by the name of Lux Kent. He's just a dope MC, dope writer, overall humanitarian, so many things that this brother wears, and currently he is a co-owner of Legacy Movement Records. They acquired a young brothers earlier by the name of King Smasher. He's also doing great things in a beautiful Cape as well as South Africa. I mean, these guys, they go way deep. My brother, welcome once again. It's a privilege. What do you do, bro?
Bro, what an intro. Yeah. Bro, thanks for the love. Thanks for the beautiful platform. Keen to connect, man. I think when I look at someone like you, I look at as someone that I feel like we're on the same page with, like the stuff that's burning in my heart. Yeah. I feel like it's the stuff that's burning in you. So I'm super excited to have the conversation.
Yeah. It's heartwarming and emotionally at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because I really hold you at the highest regard. I remember when I did when I feature on the Mon's album, and after listening to Look at God, and I listened to your track that you feature on the album, I was like, man, Lord, one day.
Come on.
One day, and then fast forward.
Oh, my bro. And you murdered that song on Mon's album, though.
Bro,
like, you did the thing.
Bro, but I
heard your vocals on there, and I was like,
man, it's not about me. It's about you today, Forget about faith, because we talking about the man Lux Kent, you know what I'm saying? But, when I heard that record, I was like, my God, soon, one day. And I always this burning desire. And then when DJ Easy hooked me up with Gregory, when he did the Baptist vibe, and I was like, man, and I saw, okay, the Legacy Movement is going to be there. Man, I would love to just meet this brother because I love the work that he's putting in. As a matter of fact, I love the entire crew, Melco, Growth, and a new addition, which is King Smasher. But anyways, bro, since you're here with us, man, it's a blessing and a privilege, brother. Shout out to Sizwe Lounge for once again sponsoring this episode, and also just doing the crazy editing that they do. And also there are people out there who got their own magazine, online magazine, the biggest in Malawi, and they also distributing within South Africa. If anybody wanting to do any advertisement on that project, please hit them at Sizwe Lounge at any digital platform. Anyways, bro, can you tell us, man, just a little bit about who is Lux and why Lux as being involved in the things that he is involved at?
Yeah, bro. I think, it's so hard to kind of explain, but I'm passionate, Faith, about architecting culture. I'm really passionate about. I'm not a person who likes to complain. I'm like a person who says, okay, there's something that's wrong. So how can I be part of putting the piece of the puzzle that could build something not just for this generation, but for the generation after, Yeah. And so actually when it comes to even making music, it's like, it's making music that helps. Like, I want to create soundtracks that will help people change the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for that to happen, it's like I've got to not just speak about one thing, but I've got to speak about everything with this concept of if everybody is looking at relationships, is looking at love, or looking at everything from a direction that helps us have a thriving community and thriving kind of society, that's the stuff I want to be part of and to be writing about, you know. So I think at times, like, I'd consider myself as someone who's passionate about, like, architecting what I really feel should be and where we should be as a world.
That's true.
With the little money I have, with the little resources I have, you know. So, yeah, I would explain myself like that.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. Like, I love the fact that you use the word architect. You know, I'm looking at architecture as the fact of designing and creating a vision that nobody has seen yet, but yet you know that this will be the best building or the best dress or the best product that anybody has ever seen. And I think that just speaks about your character. That just speaks about your personality, and to know that we are talking about authenticity and the idea of being original and being original in your creativity, because that is what you bring to me personally. As I come to know you, I've seen the distinctiveness that you bring to the table, and it's always been for a social kind of revolution in a body, because in a body, sort of like we're so afraid to speak about certain topics, because either our sponsors will not be, so good, or our mentors will not be so like, hey, I never told you that. How is it?
That's it. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit, what are the ways to tackle those issues, especially when it comes to social injustice and what we hear currently in our country, where men are just really doing crazy things to women and children.
Yeah. That's true, bro. I mean, I think, you know what I think, Faith? I think sometimes, like, the things that hold us down isn't sometimes ourselves, but it's sometimes the people that are in around us in our community. And so the reason sometimes we don't reach our full potential is it's not because, like, you can't reach it. It's actually because you're always so scared about what people around you are going to think and what people around you are going to say. And, one thing I did, bro, is that I said, I'm going to rid myself over living my life to please people. Or I'm gonna rid myself from a life of pleasing structures.
Correct.
I'm gonna rid myself of pleasing a system.
Correct. Correct.
And so it's like, I can't really be who I want to be because I'm scared that if I do that, I'm gonna lose money.
Correct. Correct.
And so it's like, okay, cool. Like, can I do what I feel like I'm called to do without thinking about the money? There's something that's planted within faith. There's something that's planted within me.
Yeah.
And I need to have the courage to be able to step out, even if I lose all the connections, the credibility, even the people that are older than me, more wiser than me, do not like me, right?
Come on.
And so for me, I just thought, like, you know what, like, I'm going to be me, and if I lose people, which I have, I do lose the money, right? I do lose the gigs, right? I do lose the credibility.
My goodness.
But at the end of the day, like, when I'm dying in my bed one day, I'm going to be like, but at least with what I had, I stood up,
Yeah.
And I will live that, hopefully with the next generation and one day with my kids, of like, be who God has called you to
That's
be,
correct.
and don't be apologetic at it.
Sure.
But when you do it wisely,
My God.
So for me, that's been a thing, bro. But
that's beautiful, bro.
look, I mean, I've lost money and I've lost gigs. And I've lost relationships and all of that.
Yeah, because it's being out of the box that creates that, and also when you're out of the box, you actually bring out that authenticity that you have, and just the distinctiveness of knowing that you are not in the same. I remember once. My first album, when I released my first album, there's a song called what's the name of the song? Lord help me. How can I forget my songs? But anyways, so in the song I say that past like the church currently, the pastors are even hiding what should be told to the masses or to the congregation, the reality of life and what life should really be about. And I had a call from my minister, my past minister, and he's like, "Yo, you shouldn't be saying these things on your songs. You're not gonna get booked anymore. You're not gonna." And I was like, "Wow, that's amazing, man. That's like crazy. That's crazy." And the name of the song is called political dreams, you know. Political dreams. So that kind of like it freshed in my mind and told me that, hey, bro, you are doing something right. Because if you're speaking about what's happening within the institution and the institution is not ready to listen, that means the institution don't want you to speak about some things that will really touch some nerves. But anyways, bro,
that's true, bro.
I'm so really excited about talking to you, because I see that when you were 17, that's when you founded Legacy Movement. Man, how did you get that dream? Like, you were 17, bro. Like, what was a 17-year-old kid say, you know what, I want to create a movement that will teach man to be man?
Bro, it was, you know what, I had a very traumatic upbringing, you know.
My goodness.
And which I look back at it now and I'm like, if I didn't have that upbringing, I wouldn't be who I am now, you know. But you know, I had a really rough upbringing, and you know, one thing that was for me is that I moved all around, you know, family, all that stuff. So like, I always had to fight for my place in society and in life. I had to fight for myself in school. I changed schools all the time. I had to fight for like to be seen and to be loved by my family, right? And then I still have to fight to be known and to be loved in school, you know, where usually that's where you gain your confidence. Like, if you can't get it at home, you get it at school. So I always used to, like, you know, kind of fight, and I was never good at anything, you know. I was never like the best. I played sports, but I was never good, you know. I did so many stuff, but I was never good, you know, to a place where people would like see me as that person who does that well. So I was just like, you know what? Like, what? Imagine if I could get a group of like-minded people, individuals, who actually are just going to say, you know what, we're going to, you know, like, live for something bigger than ourselves. And like, imagine if we just got a group of people who are passionate about people, passionate about communities, and that's what we do. Like, where we're not fighting to be seen or to be known, but we're fighting for an impact. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And so the dream was always around that. Like, I imagine if I could live a life that is not focused around pleasing people, but imagine if I lived a life of impacting people, you know. So that was always like the dream in my head, like,
wow.
Because I was so selfish, I was so self-consumed, and because I had this traumatic kind of upbringing, everything was about me, you know. So I was like, I don't think people who change the world are so people that are focused on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So true.
You know, it's powerful to hear stories like that, because obviously it would be the same story that I went through, you know, trying to find acceptance, trying to find somebody to just tell you that it's okay. I also documented a little bit on my first album, where the song I called I Just Wanna Love You, where, you know, I'm just saying 5:46 in the morning, tossing and turning, because I'm scared that we might break up in the morning. All I needed was someone to love me. You know, just feeling indebted just because they bought me a piece of dinner. You know what I mean? So like I felt I felt that I had to please people just because they gave something, or because they took care of something, or they went and you know, so it was a struggle. But to hear the story and knowing that we can relate in that level, and understanding that at 17 you had the mindset and knowing that, you know, I want to be different. Whether I can teach my own family to understand that what happened was wrong and we need to restore it for the future generation. Because, you know, I went through a traumatic experience of not knowing really what family was, you know, until I was in high school, because I've never been to primary school, and then I went to high school. And then in high school, you see so many people, they come in with different clothes, they come in with different, you know, you felt some type of way. But I thank the Lord that within that space where I was being sifted, I never gave in to the pressures of what they were doing or what they're giving and so on. And for me, it's a beautiful thing, because as I'm listening to you, you remind me of that, and knowing that I wasn't alone in the fight, but there was someone else also going through the similar situation, just in a different part of the world. And I commend you for that, because at 17, for you to think, you know what? I want to bring people who are creatives, who are thinkers, who are dreamers, to come together and speak the things that the world do not want to speak about, because the world don't want to speak about these things. They want to speak about you getting money. They want to talk about you getting so many women. They want you to talk about liquors. They want you to talk about drugs and pornography and whatever else there is to be talked about, which is overrated, but you know, I can go on for days. But anyways, bro, you released a brand new project, bro, a brand new album that you dropped, and you dropped last week, bro. You dropped it on Friday. And my brother, it's just a monument of a project, bro. Your standout single, Pass Out, the video is amazing, and I'm sure the people enjoy it as the segment has started, because you know, I'm so in love with that, because it's like you took me to Mexico, you took me to Spain, you took me to South America. You know, I was getting my cha-cha on. You know what I'm saying? I was getting my cha-cha on. You know, we gonna do it until we pass out. We gonna do it until we pass out, bro. Like, that is an anthem. Brother, talk to me about the process and the realness of this album, because I went through your previous work and I've seen and listened that the beautiful standard that you took with this, and according to sources, it took you 2 years to create this beautiful project, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think, you know, it's very similar with the story of mine of, you know, like, you know, you always fight to be in. And so when you don't be in, you can either, you know, fall victim to the system, or you can, you know, try be this person that you feel like God is calling you to be. And so I guess for me, it was always trying to be this person that God has called me to be, and following, I guess, the stream that I had. You know, what does it look like for me to create art, to create music that will hopefully impact the world? You know, but like, as you do that, you lose friends. You know, as you do that, you lose money. As you do that, there's relationships that are tainted. You know, as you do that, like, we're all young and all trying to do stuff, and everybody's on like a different path, a different phase, and so relationships break. You know, money's lost. You know, people don't trust you anymore.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, stuff like that, bro, it breaks you, because it's like, hey, man, if I was doing all that other stuff, maybe I would be a lot more happier. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I didn't do this. If I wasn't doing this art stuff, I'd
been getting that money.
I was getting the money, right? And if I didn't have like this consciousness I have in terms of what I want to do and how I want to do it, I'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? And so that song came out of like, yo, I really want to stop doing this thing. You know, I really want to stop doing this thing. But feeling this thing inside of you that just can't make you stop. You know, it's like, you want to stop.
You ain't got no choice.
And you ain't got no choice, bro. Like, you ain't got no choice. And so that song came out of like, you know, we'll do until pass out. But actually, in terms of the production of it, I was just like, hey, I don't want this to sound like any other song you've heard.
Yes, sir.
I want some salsa into it. I want some like Latino vibe with it,
Yes,
but
sir.
I still want some 808.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I still
correct.
want somebody to bang this in the club.
Hey,
But
let's
also
go.
for you, when you listen to it, like I want you to feel like you're on the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, because that is the vibe I get whenever I listen to that track and I blast it, bro. Because to me, it's just like, you know, it's out of this world. You thought out of the box and you went like, you know what? I'm going to spaz. I'm not going to worry about nothing. I'm just going to be creative and allow God to use me the way he wants to use me. And in that part, because even the video for me, the video is out of this world, bro. Like y'all got going with that video. Like I don't even know what to say, bro. Like y'all killing with that video because the thing is that when you hear music for the first time and you know it's gonna be a vibe, is when you know the artist is enjoying the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know the artist is enjoying the song. And that, bro, that man, that's just beautiful. Congratulations
But you
on
know
that.
what, bro? You know what? And you know, this is a testament not just to me, but you know, to you and to many other cats that are doing this thing. Is that like so often we've always chased a specific standard. You know, so like my song has to be like someone else's song, or my video has to be like someone else's video.
Correct.
But actually, like, then you're always chasing a specific standard that is always changing itself.
That's correct.
I wonder, Faith, if we could be creating a standard that, one, uplifts people, right?
Correct.
That, two, doesn't exploit people, that
Correct.
tells our story, right? In such a beautiful and in a unique way,
That's
where
correct.
people that aren't doing the stuff that we are doing
Correct.
get to look at us and be inspired. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
Over than always wanting to duplicate. Like, we'll duplicate. So if, like,
Come
a
on.
certain artist has a nice song, I want to duplicate that. You know?
Shoo, bro.
Like, imagine if, like, I did
speaking,
something
man.
different. You know, like, could I have something that is different
Yeah.
that still can get people moving and vibing, you
That's
know, and
true.
not always going with what works.
That's true. It should be
You know what I'm
it
saying?
should be organic work and something that creates the atmosphere that everybody can be entrenched to it, you know. And I think that's what the project is all about. As a matter of fact, the project is called Langa. Can you tell us exactly, for the people out there in the world that don't understand what's the term Langa? I mean, we know what it means here in South Africa, you know, but, you know, there's so many people out there, they'll probably want to know, what does Langa mean?
That's it. So basically what's actually happened is that with African descent, which is you have these groupings of these families, you know, because we never had surnames before. You know, surnames came with colonization.
That's correct.
For them to track how many people they were, so that they could know.
That's correct.
How you would be grouped is that you'd be grouped with a clan name.
That's
so
correct.
If your name is Adelson, eh?
Yes, sir.
So Adelson, you would be called Adelson from a specific clan.
That's
so you'd
correct.
be Adelson from a specific clan. So
That's
for me, my clan name was called Obed. Right?
Obed.
So Obed. So basically, that's what happened is that all the you then like so obviously from your ancestry, then it would go down. So you'd actually name all the people that came after the person who was Ubele, you know?
That's correct.
So the second person who's usually called is called Langa, you know? So it's Bele, Langa, Ukubodi,
Wow.
Wow. So those were people in my clan name, you know, and that's where I come from, you know?
So you're from the clan Ulanga.
That's it, you know. So I've been on my own personal journey of just finding out about myself, finding out about my history, you know, the good and the bad. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to make an album. I'm going to call it this because I want to say, hey, my album is called Ulanga.
Sure.
And this is where I got it from, because at that stage of my life, I'm just wanting to find out more about myself. You know, even if it's not about myself, I just find out more about Africa.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've got a passion for Africa and traveling Africa. I've got a passion of learning other people's languages and knowing where they come from.
My
You know,
goodness, my goodness.
and so I wanted just to make it like a stamp. You know, like
you
this is
want
why I
to tell
called
the
this
world,
album
this is who I am, and this is what I want you to know.
That's it, bro.
Man,
That's it.
man. You know, this is so
so that's how it
beautiful,
came
man.
about, and we're consistently evolving. You know,
Correct.
but
Correct. But we can't forget about who we are, in the sense that we cannot forget our roots and who we are really deep down. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I keep on telling people, that if you forget where you come from, you will be lost in the world, because you're going to copy what the West wants you to copy and live the way they want you to live. You know, they ain't not going to tell you, hey, yo, bro, can we learn your culture? You know, they're not going to do that. They're going to say, no, you got to conform to what we got. But that is just beautiful. And then I think it speaks also to the nature of God and Christ himself, where we have adopted his nature, and then therefore we no longer surpass ourselves to the world, right? And that I think is what I get most out of this album, and I'm just blessed that I featured on the album. I was like, whoa, I made it to the album. Like, I didn't even when you hit me up with the with the track listing, I was like, oh God, thank you, Jesus. I'm on the album, and that is so beautiful, bro, because like we did a non-conventional song. That's a non-conventional song. So, but I just love the feel of the album. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm being beaten a little bit by Under Pressure, where I'm really like learning a lot of stuff, like, you know, just really grabbing some truth out of that track. Like Under Pressure, that's my favorite right there. Shout out to Lily Million and Park. Man, they came out with it. So I am really loving this album, and to the point that you just authenticated everything that you are. You just brought that power to say, you know what, this is who I am. And as much as I had struggled with who I was, but I want the world to know that this is who I am. And it's just so powerful. It's just so beautiful. And I should salute, you know, the team behind you and the people that really staying with you. And I know that we spend a lot of money in these projects. I know that we put a lot of, you know, resources and so on. And shout out to every single producer that has been working with you for these past few years, that you be trying to really get this together. My brother, I want to ask you a question, man. Please give me your top 5 MCs. Baby. I always get them with that question. I always get them.
Oh, bro. Okay. I mean, I have to go. My favorite, you know, MC out of everyone in the whole world is a guy called Proverb.
Shout out to Proverb. Proverb is good.
Proverb.
Listen to what the heart says, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's one guy that I still study to this day.
Yeah.
I would put it number 2, J. Cole.
Okay,
you know?
J. Cole. I love J. Cole.
Relatability, storytelling. You know, I would put right after J. Cole, I'd put a guy called Joyner Lucas.
Oh man, Joyner, he be a beast, man.
You know, Joyner Lucas is beastly.
Wow.
And you know, then it gets a bit
Those are 3, bro. Those are 3.
Those are 3. So the album is a bit like, okay, who do I go for right now? Maybe I would put in Lecrae.
Okay, Lecrae. Okay, cool. Lecrae is dope.
For impact and just how he's impacted me. And then I would say number 5 is Drake. Yeah.
Drake. Okay, I was hoping for Lux Kent, but it's cool.
You know what? I'm a growing rapper.
He still be number 1, right? He still be number 1. Yeah, okay, cool. He still be number 1. It's all good. We ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. So when it comes to you and the feeling about this album, what comes to mind when you finally realized that you wanted to release the album? What came to mind?
wanted to show people that we are humans who go through very human stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted the album to have a human feel to it.
Yeah.
And not be too serious, but I wanted it to have some essence to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
true.
What took a long time was the production, because I wanted each production element to be able to portray what the lyrics are portraying.
That's true.
That it helps you feel something,
That's
and
true.
so I think
that's true.
Yeah, and so I think for me, it's just like, I spoke through just passing out, the fact that like I'm wanting to do this thing. I speak about social issues, but I speak about them in a very nice, vibey way, so that anyone can just bump their head to it.
Yeah.
I speak about my disappointment and hurt of relationships ending, and my mistakes I did in that. I have a song there where I'm like asking a lady out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit of everything.
It's a bit of everything. Experiences from the past and just really getting everything 100s.
Yeah. I wanted to take people through all the different emotions,
Correct.
And Under Pressure is probably my favorite song too.
No, I love Under Pressure. It's like a song that's just kind of like, grinding me right now. It's grinding me like hard, bro.
Your favorite song?
Under Pressure is grinding me hard. And then the last song, I don't want to mispronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it though, because I really want to give it the authenticity. Can you repeat it? Pulisinzio.
That's it.
All right. That's a song. I think that's a first song.
Under Pressure your favorite song?
Under Pressure is my favorite song because I think it kind of like just speaks of the everyday struggle of trying to probably fit in or be something that you're not. That's my interpretation of the song, or trying not to do the things that you should be doing. And that's the reason why I'm drawn to the song, because you kind of like just paint this picture that it's okay, but you can work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. That's
the reason why I really love that track and why I'm so drawn to it, and I just really love it, bro. Bro, I wish I had 10 years with you to really go through all of your work that you've been doing, but I'm super excited to have you today, my brother. And also, I'm wishing you the best with Langa, that people will go out there, stream this album like they never streamed anything before, put the numbers up and let the world know that we can do this independently, and also with people around us that believe in our work. My brother, I'm humbled to have you today. I wish I could go on and on with you, but I'm so glad and humbled to have this conversation with you. And definitely, this is not the last time that we're going to sit together. We're going to have many more times to sit down. Thank you for coming through and say, you know what, you're available to sit down and talk to us here at FaithUp Podcast. Matter of fact, before we let you go, my brother, give the people your socials, where they can get you at and where they can find the album.
Yeah, man, thank you so much. So people can find me at Lux Kent, Lux like the soap, and Kent like the cigarette.
If you're a smoker, you can't forget that. If you're a washer, you can't forget that.
And you can check out what we do at livinglegacymovement.com. And appreciate it. You can also get to see all the amazing artists and writers that we have the privilege of working with.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And thank you so much, Faith. Thank you so much for featuring me in your podcast.
It ain't nothing, bro.
Looking forward to making more music and
bro, I already, don't worry, man. Real soon you're gonna have to look at your DMs and then you're gonna have to check what I've sent to you. There's something dope that I'm sending to you. The producer is from LA. So yeah. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'll send it to you probably. I'll send it to you probably real soon. Just be attentive on your DMs. And also, I wanna say shout out to Sizwe Lounge for coming too. Yo, go stream that album Langa from my brother Lux Kent. Lux like the soap and Kent like the cigarette pack. But you don't know smoking out here. But anyways, man, go and check him out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Lux Kent. Go to www.livinglegacy.co.za. This is their website where you can get every single music from today in the past, in the future, whatever they're gonna be releasing. And matter of fact, next time we're talking to Melko and King Smasher, also part of Living Legacy movement. And yeah, man, they also dropped a beautiful project not too long ago. So shout out to everybody that's tuned in today. And if you need us to do advertising for you, please hit us up at Sizwe Lounge at any digital platform. Thank you so much, Mr. Lux Kent. Beautiful work. Congratulations and success. And keep on telling the world about what it means to be authentic. Bless you, my brother.
Come on, bro.
Salute us.
Thank you, brother.
I'll see you soon.
Bless up. Thank you so
Let
much.
this corona not take nothing from you, bro.
Oh, man. I received.
Bless you, my brother.
Bless up, brother.
Salute.
It's only entertainment.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, dead devils, man.
Physics. High fan. Gamba. Yeah. God bless me, skills on messy. Enemies vex me, Facebook stress me. Too much talk from critics that don't know me. Too many fake friends, please don't call me. So please don't tell me I'm on a path of greatness, that's what my mama told me. Sigolindisiwa ndisa na fige potiwa ndine gamba osamba ndi mataso dikiwa. I rap like it's headgear, I give it more time like a lip year. Bro, I tell your favorite rapper I'm the best here. Atati alipo rap game, see I must see it. I'm telling you I face life without fear. Jimango pita chamudu like your reindeer. Hell yeah. They don't know, go my auntie. They don't know me, go my auntie. Bro, they don't know, go my auntie. Yo, they don't know me, go my auntie. Today, they gon' know me today. They don't know to today. They gon' know me today. Yeah, Faith, Nigini yosa for the man. Kupa malodo your friends swan you soldier man. Father forgive him sakutiwa kutoga jan. Tima pipe dream gumasula di mambobo jan. Traps on every track with the cross and then the toga man. Strong shoulders carry the game, see the choker man. Take a stroll through the storm, then the over and done. Grind if it's gonna feed the fam, see the foga man. Got the same room, big see the gogan can. Kisingo kawa magofi, what you want and done. Gini your pick, I fail, see loba man. Please tell me who you are if you're not a fan. Way ahead of your checkmate, game over man. King shit, anybody else, ice over man. They don't know, go my auntie. They don't know me, go my auntie. Bruh, they don't know, go my auntie. Yo, they don't know me, go my auntie. Today, they gon' know me today. They don't know to today. Yeah, they gon' know me today. Mafana mabebu tapolemera nditulutsa ngini ose apeza polekera. Heta ndifani osochera bwerera ku nyumba ineyo ndizakulandira. I'm a gentleman, chivalry. I make more bread than the bakery. I make more hits than the factory. Hands on bars like modern day slavery. They don't know, go my auntie. They don't know me, go my auntie. Bruh,